Welcome, foolish mortals, to another episode of the HitchHiking Host Show. We are your hosts, Wes Troop
and Emily Liston.
Okay, this week we have a lot of Universal Studios Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios news. So we figured we're going to journey back to Tide, the ever-flowing river. We're going to be talking about Jurassic Park, the ride.
Da, da,
Dun, 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 dun.
Tide, the ever-flowing river. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Ultrasaurs in this lagoon are among the largest creatures ever.
Grab your phone and the receiving dock ahead. Do not get out of the phone.
One of the biggest films released in the 90s was Jurassic Park, so it was almost a no-brainer that an attraction should be made around the movie. Director Steven Spielberg had the idea for the ride before they even began shooting the film, and Universal Studios put the ride on the drawing board 18 months before the film was released, with production costs of $110 million for the ride. Actually, more than it took to make the film.
Creating the giant-sized dinosaurs was a tough process as well. How they would look and move, it took years to make the animatronic dinos. It had also been decided that the attraction would be a water ride, which of course would include a large drop. Jurassic Park the Ride opened on June 21st, 1996 at Universal Studios Hollywood to great success. Jurassic Park stars such as Jeff Goldblum were in attendance, as well as Spielberg, who requested to be let off the ride before the drop. What a pussy.
Guests board a large 25-passenger boat and pass through the gates as we're welcomed by an audio guide to Jurassic Park. Gentle giants such as
I cannot British. Audio guide to Jurassic Park.
Gentle giants such as Ultrasaurs, Hadrosaurs, and Stegosauruses are seen as the boats move along the river. But something goes wrong, of course, and one of the Hadrosaurs knocked the boat off course in the Raptor Containment Area, where it seems to be feeding time. And they're not eating chicken.
But it tastes like chicken. Guests then pass by the carnivores, like the Dilophosaurus, who spits out a few lucky riders, and face off with a few frightening velociraptors on the way up a hill into the Environmental Systems Building. Riders soon become face-to-face with a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex.
The big guy.
Yeah. Who tries to attack the guests. Luckily for them, there's an evacuation drop which sends riders down an 85-foot drop into a lagoon.
After the success of the ride in Hollywood, Universal decided to build the ride and a whole Jurassic Park section in their new theme park. The land debuted on opening day of the Islands of Adventure Park on May 28, 1999. This version of the ride, which is titled Jurassic Park River Adventure, has a few slight differences, such as where certain dinosaurs are placed, but it's very close to the California version. The land also includes the Triceratops Discovery Trail, the Jurassic Park Discovery Center, a children's play area called Camp Jurassic, and the Pteranodon Flyers. A River Rapids version of the ride opened at Universal Singapore in 2010 and is scheduled to open at the Universal Dubai Land Park. I'm very jealous of that, by the way. That ride looks incredibly awesome. And they have a baby T-Rex in it. That made me squeal.
I hate... Oh.
Okay. Any version of the Jurassic Park River Adventure is a must for fans of the film, or anyone for that matter, and is worth tallying off for.
Ever since I was a child, I don't know what age, I have been petrified of dinosaurs. I had the same recurring nightmare for about 10 years, and sometimes it comes back. I mean, a couple of weeks ago I had it. Terrifying. I won't go into details, but it has a Tyrannosaurus Rex in it. And so when I went on the dinosaur ride in Animal Kingdom and this ride, Jurassic Park, it pretty much made all my nightmares come true, and I was like traumatized.
Well, remember it says Animal Kingdom where your dreams come true. They weren't kidding.
I'm so happy that you said that. That is literally the best thing you've ever said in your whole life. Okay. Yeah. So my mum and dad were like, "Oh, it's fine. You know, it's not scary." So you know, naturally. And then I went on it, and it wasn't scary because obviously the dinosaurs were like, you know, it goes with that like little lagoon there, and like it's a show, and I was like, "Oh, it's actually kind of nice. You know, maybe I'll enjoy it." And then when it goes through and it's like warning, and you're like, why? Yeah. So basically, I just hate it again. But I like it now. But I have to block my ears. I mean, I'm 22 years old and I've got to block my ears on the ride because I'm terrified of it. So yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I went on Jurassic Park first time 2002. I haven't been on the Hollywood version. I've been on the Florida version, like Emily. I really enjoyed it. That vacation, I think we went on 7 times that ride, so
Whoa.
I literally knew by heart. Yeah, because it wasn't busy, and we had like 3 full days of Universal, so.
Yeah.
So definitely, I got to ride it a whole lot, and I loved it, and I thought it was awesome. And one of the funny stories is I was on with my aunt and my cousin, and my cousin was in between us, and when we're going down the drop, someone's orange hat flew off their head, and my cousin caught it and gave it back to him. So we saw her give it back to him at the end of the ride, like, "Oh, here's your hat," type thing. So we go check the pictures, and the hat is literally in front of my cousin's face. So you see my face, you see my aunt's face, and then in between us is a hat.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Do you have that picture?
No, we didn't think about it, but it was really funny. We had a good laugh. But yeah, Jurassic Park fans will not be disappointed with this ride. I love the movie. I know this will show my age here. When I was like 4 or 5 when it came out, I went and saw it like 5 times in the theaters, and I like took every family member. I'm like, "We gotta go and see Jurassic Park," and I saw it a whole lot.
Basically, what you do now.
Yeah. How many years later? Yeah. But yeah, I was a big Jurassic Park fan. I loved the ride. I like the entire section of Jurassic Park in the Islands of Adventure. I'm glad that they're not extending Harry Potter world into there. I was a little bit afraid of that. But luckily, because Jurassic Park 4 is coming out, they're expanding on the Jurassic Park area, actually, which I was excited to find out. They're gonna like have the Discovery Center ride and some other stuff. I think an amber mine coaster type thing. Way to steal the Seven Dwarfs mine coaster idea, but whatevs. But so I'll be interested to see what they do with some more Jurassic Park stuff.
I have a story about it actually. This one year we went, and you know when you go into the restaurant kind of area, and then downstairs it's got like the lab, and you know you can put your hands in and grab the egg, and you can feel a like dinosaur in the egg, and then obviously the staff members there are like in character. So if you ask them a question, they're like, "Oh yeah, that's because of this, and this is the prehistoric section," and blah blah blah. They go through all. This woman was listening to what this staff member was saying, and she was like, "Really?" And then he was like, "Yeah, so we insert the DNA, and then we get the frog, and then She was like, "Oh my god, really? Is this real?" And he was like, "Yes, no, it's real." And then my dad was picking up the eggs and throwing them because she was saying this, and she was looking at my dad like, "You are destroying history. What are you doing?" Like, it was so funny. And my dad was picking them up and throwing them down the little box thing, and she's like literally mortified because she's just believed everything this guy said. So funny.
That's really funny. There's a lot of people that don't want to go on because of the drop, or they're scared of dinosaurs. Mostly kids or older folks. But I don't think the drop is really all that bad. Then again, I've been on the tallest, fastest things in the world, so so Jurassic Park doesn't really, But I think it's fine. It's not that bad.
It's not that bad if you aren't petrified of dinosaurs, but if you are.
Right.
It's a little bit bad.
I think it's worth taking the chance to check out the ride.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of the best rides that they have in Islands of Adventure.
Yeah, yes, definitely.
I really like it, so I definitely say go on. Even if you hate dinosaurs, it is worth it. Some big news of this week is that Universal held an important webcast on Thursday about its upcoming London and Diagon Alley expansions. Guests will be able to ride Hogwarts Express between Hogsmeade and in Islands of Adventure and Diagon Alley in Universal Studios. You must have a park-to-park ticket to go back and forth on the train, however. You will be able to board from Hogsmeade Station or King's Cross Station.
Guests will enter Diagon Alley from the new London section and will see key features such as the night bus, which we showed the other week in Nell's studio tour. They will pass through They will pass through a brick wall into Diagon Alley, which will be filled with shops, of course, restaurants, and a spectacular attraction. The stores include Madame Malkin's Robes for All Occasions, which will sell character costumes, the Magical Menagerie, where you can hear sounds of animals such as owls, toads, and snakes. I'm guessing like stuffed animals will be sold there. Ollivander's Wand Shop, where you can buy a special wand. Scribbliss, where you can buy quills and diaries. Wiseacre's Wizarding Equipment, where you can purchase cauldrons and time turners. Weasley's Wizard Weezers, now there's a tongue twister, where you can buy troublemaking items like a screaming yo-yos, and quality Quidditch supplies to find brooms and Quidditch robes. Also over in Hogsmeade, Honeydukes will be extended, and the Zonko's merchandise will be brought to Weasley's shop.
Dining options will include Florian Fortescue's ice cream parlour, where you can find all different kinds of flavours, and of course the Leaky Cauldron, which will be more of a sit-down restaurant. Nocturne Alley will also be included, which shows the darker side of the section, and guests can buy things like the Death Eater mask.
The new attraction in the section will be called Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. They claim it will be multi-dimensional and one of the most exciting and technologically advanced attractions ever made. So I think I already know the answer to this. Emily, you excited for this?
Yes, I am very excited. Although I was a bit bummed that, Jaws went, but...
Yeah.
Okay, I was really upset because that was a cool ride, but I'm happy that it's Harry Potter, because I love Harry Potter. If it was another dinosaur ride, I would have been annoyed. So I'm really excited. I knew about the Gringotts Bank thing like a year ago when they decided, when it was rumoured. So I've been following it. It is good.
Well, we all know my past with Universal and Harry Potter, so I wasn't thrilled when I heard about they were expanding it and taking out one of my favorite rides, Jaws, but it sounds pretty cool. I mean, I'm not booking my flight right now, but I'm about as excited as I am for Avatar Land, which is sort of like, but, I'll see it, and hopefully when I see it, I'll enjoy it, I'm looking forward to seeing it when I go next time, so we'll see what it brings. Of course, there's going to be a lot more shops, so more time you can spend money. And but the shops are neat. I give them that. I don't buy a $100 robe or anything. That looks like it's right out of my concert choir from high school.
They look like my graduation gowns, because mine was red and gold. Like, it was black with red and gold, so I looked exactly.
Oh wow, yeah. I'm looking forward to see what the section's gonna have.
I'm extremely excited. So at least that's one of us. Universal's A Celebration of Harry Potter will take place this weekend from the 24th to the 26th. And will include a Harry Potter expo. Questions and answers sessions from certain cast members like Ivana Lynch, Matt Lewis and James Phelps, and more special activities. We'll report more on that next week.
Yeah, obviously as it goes on, we'll find out more. So we'll talk about that a little more next week. Sounds pretty neat for Harry Potter fans.
Woo!
We've talked about this a few times before on the show, but we just wanted to give a quick update. Last week we said the Spice Road table in the Morocco Pavilion had its soft open, but it's now officially open for business. And it's a great place to eat and enjoy Illumination.
House of Blues in downtown Disney opened the new Smokehouse this weekend. It has a quick service window where guests can order meals such as a brisket sandwich, pulled pork or chicken sandwich, and even half rack of ribs, which would be fun to eat walking down downtown Disney.
Yeah, and getting your barbecue prints all over the shirts.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not that they would let you in the stores with a rack of ribs, but...
Exactly. There's seating outside of the Crossroads at the House of Blues, where local music plays every night of the week. The Smokehouse opens at 11:30 AM and closes at 10 PM and is not included on the Disney dining plan.
Yes, and myself and Mel will be singing the Jurassic Park song there as the evening entertainment.
Yeah, we won't be singing. We'll be like kind of da 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 da. Yeah, so whatever you want to call that.
Okay, and to backtrack on another story we reported before, we said about the old school Disney attraction poster shirts. And we know the first one has been announced. The new shirts kick off with the Disneyland and Walt Disney World Railroad. Not exactly what I was hoping for, but that's cool for fans of the railroads. You can choose which one you want, of course. You don't have to, get both. Disneyland or Walt Disney World, either railroad. They will be available at disneyparks.com/store from January 27th to February 2nd. And the shirts, we know this for a fact, do take 6 to 8 weeks until they ship. As I just got my Horizon shirt last week.
That's funny. If you live in England, then expect it next year.
Yeah, exactly. So there's other poster shirts coming. This isn't the only one. So I'm gonna pass on the railroad, but if you're a huge fan of railroad, then definitely get this offer. What do you say, Emily? Pass for you?
Yeah, pass.
I figured.
I'm waiting for some that I actually queue to get on. Also this week, a Frozen sing-along will hit theatres on January 31st at almost 1,000 theatres nationwide, but that is nationwide in America, so don't even bother in England. And there will be a snowflake that bounces on the screen with the lyrics, so if you haven't seen Frozen yet, in America, now's the time. But don't worry if you're in England, because we're not as important.
But yeah, if you haven't seen Frozen, definitely make the trek out to see it. And if you want to see it in theaters, and it's going to come on DVD in America March 18th. So if you can wait for that, then buy it on DVD or Blu-ray. Well, that does it for another episode. Emily, why don't you let everyone know where they can reach you on the interwebs?
You can find me on Twitter, it's @EL5AME. And that's it.
All right. And for me, of course, subscribe to me on YouTube, youtube.com/westside515. Follow me on Twitter, @WesAList. And then we have our Hitch Host Show stuff. Subscribe to us right here on YouTube. You can like our Facebook page, facebook.com/HitchHostShow. And, of course, follow us on Twitter, @HitchHostShow. By the way, Emily, I don't know if you saw, the girl that plays the voice for young Anna followed us this week.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she followed me a few weeks ago during the Golden Globes, and now she followed the HitchHiking Host Show. So shout out to Libby Steubenrauch for following us on Twitter. And also Brandon Seifert, who wrote the Seekers of the Weird comic, favorited our tweet about us getting the comic. So that was cool too.
That is so cool.
So some cool action going down on Twitter. Make sure you follow us, and we'll have some exclusive things on there for you. And until next time, don't forget to
Hurry back
for the next episode.
See you next week.
Da 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 da.